Oh my
Don't
gosh,
do it.
yes, don't wait until the lunch before because it doesn't work.
Don't try to have a social life. Lesotho is a country all by itself. It's in Africa.
Yeah.
I learned about the world and history and the world history.
AP.
Yeah, AP and AP world history and like civilizations and why they failed and reforms.
And failed again.
Yeah.
And
then,
cookies. We did a thing on cookies once.
Oh yeah, lots of cookies. And other stuff.
And chocolate.
Don't interrupt me when I'm eating.
Excusez-moi.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about ancient civilizations. I've learned of many places and learned of many like empires and kingdoms I never heard of before. It's kind of fun. Mr. Brown made it entertaining.
And we learned about AP world history, so we learned every single word in that textbook. That's what we learned.
All the words.
Every single word.
Ottoman Turks took Constantinople in 1453.
I learned a lot about the Aztecs and the American civilizations. First of all, there were actually a lot more people here than we first thought. We learned a lot about the opium trade. That was a lot of fun. The independence movements in the Caribbean and everything. And that's what I remember.
Because it improves your GPA. It's challenging.
Yeah,
it's good
really
to challenge
challenging,
yourself.
and it's a good experience to have because it's not really.
If you're going to college, it looks good.
It looks really good. I don't know. You make good friends in here that you can study with outside of class.
Where's Joseph? Joseph! He's my study partner. He comes over to my house and we do work and collaborate, right? Have a study party. It makes life good.
It's so much fun when you actually do what you're supposed to do and not failing, because Mr. Brown's pretty much the best teacher I've ever had. And he's a way of explaining stuff, and honestly, you're not going to be bored even though you're sitting in a classroom talking about something you don't understand, but he'll make it so you understand that stuff. He has a way of explaining stuff that you people will just never understand.
Until you're here. So you have to take it. Otherwise you won't understand Trevor here.
I understand me.
Because it readies you for a college experience and gives you the opportunity to learn.
College. And it's very good training for time management. And it does, whether you take the AP test or not, or whether you get a bad grade in here or not, it still looks good for college. I think Katie says me too.
Oh, yes. Agreed. College.
We got off topic.
Yeah, that was fun. Talking about bombs, blowing up stuff. And we learned how to make spirally things on the computer screen.
It says WAP.
It does.
For
World History AP.
Mr. Brown.
Yeah, Mr. Brown's probably my favorite part. Just because he's amazing, and he's the best teacher I've ever had, and he's standing right next to me at the moment.
No, he's a really good teacher. And he knows what he's talking about. Unlike some teachers.
The teacher and his jokes.
The lectures. To be honest, that's how I learned best, is through lectures.
I like how even though it was a history class, we were still all a family with our inside jokes. Which is,
We never took anything seriously.
it's because of Mr. Brown that we were a family.
Don't procrastinate.
It'll ruin your life.
It really will. Like if you just get A's naturally,
Don't do
it's
it.
gonna get a lot of work.
You're gonna be lazy. Doodling bad. I drew Mr. Brown an elephant while I was supposed to be taking notes and he got mad at me. Tip. Don't tell Mr. Brown to go on Jeopardy. He'll start spitting out random facts about macrobiology.
Print out the notes before class that we're gonna be discussing, because
Otherwise you have to write like
tons of notes. But if you
Really
print them
fast.
out, like slide by slide, you can add additional notes while he's speaking so that you catch everything. His notes plus his added words. Otherwise you're just gonna get down his notes. Oh, keep track of everything really well, because there are tons of different papers. You're probably gonna want like a binder all to itself. Not just a notebook in a folder, but like a binder.
Oh, get your work done, like, all the time, because if you don't, you're gonna fail miserably. And take everything he says seriously, because he's never joking, even though he seems like he is.
Do your homework and don't procrastinate. Or do it in the lunch before, because you don't have time.
There's never enough time.
You can't write an essay with 30 minutes before class.
Even though how little that paper looks, it's gonna take an hour.
Or 2.
And you're still gonna fail.
Or 3.
But
You'll fail less if you actually do it at home. Hopefully.
So be sure to read every night.
Read the textbook. Read the textbook. Never stop reading the textbook. Read the textbook. Go to review sessions, read the textbook.
Manage your homework assignments.
Read the textbook.
Do your work, period. Just, you need to do your work, otherwise you will fail.
Read the AP book.
Read it.
Especially if you don't read the entire book, at least read, like, the overviews.
Keywords in chapters are very important too. And do your reading assignments. Don't put them off to the last minute. You will be stuck for at least 3 hours doing your reading assignment.
Yeah. And use the textbook website, not only for the multiple choice, but also for the definitions that they have, the fill in the blanks. Very helpful, very key for me passing. Basically, I went to every single review session I could. I read a lot on the topics I knew I didn't know a lot about, and I had one day, the last day, right before the AP exam, just chilled with friends the entire time.
That's very important. You go to all his review sessions. He goes from chapter 1 or unit 1 all the way up to unit
5,
6. You'll get a day where you just do your work real quick, and the day of you turn in your paper. But make sure you get that paper done quickly and then you just relax. If you don't relax, you will be stressed out. And you don't want to be stressed out. It's a long test, but it's not as bad as most people think it is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the AP test, I actually enjoyed it. I think if I hadn't prepared the way I did, I would have been really stressed out and I probably would have cracked.
And answer every question on an AP exam. It's not like the PSAT or the SAT where if you get a question wrong, you lose points. You just don't get points, that's all. It's just like a regular test. So if you don't know, if you're running out of time, answer them all.